Hi there, I'm Mrs. Bonvieri, School Counseling Director at Ocean Lakes. We're excited to welcome you to your senior year, and your school counselors are here to help you to graduation and beyond. We want to make sure you know what you need to successfully complete to get to that graduation stage and to earn the diploma that you have been working so hard for. We're also here to help you take those first and very important steps towards realizing your post graduation plans. This presentation will remind you of those important and ever-present graduation requirements and help you to take your next steps towards enrolling, enlisting, or becoming employed. Here you have your Ocean Lakes school counselors. We assign our students to counselor caseloads by last name for the most part. There are some exceptions to that. If you ever question who your counselor is, you can log into Student View, and under the Student Info tab, you'll see your counselor's name, and you can click on it to send him or her an email. While we love it when you visit us in the school counseling office, it's always a good idea to send your counselor a message before you stop by so you know he or she will be available when you arrive. We've been working very hard on our school counseling website. We want it to be a fountain of easy to access information. Please go to our website and use all the resources linked within. You can access the website by going to your OLHS bookmarks when you log into your Chromebook. It's linked in this slide deck, which we will send to you via Canvas message, and it's linked to our Instagram bio. You heard that correctly. We post announcements for college visits and school events, as well as advice, counseling, and words of wisdom on Instagram. Follow us at OLHS Counseling. Let's dive in. The first step towards your future is graduating from high school. Very soon, you'll meet with your counselor. When you meet with your counselor individually, he or she will explain what you personally have yet to complete. They will tell you what classes you still need to pass, as well as any testing or certification needs you'll still have to fulfill. All students, no matter the diploma type you're pursuing, will need 5 verified credits. That's when you pass the class and its associated SOL test. You need 2 in English, 1 in math, 1 in science, and 1 in social studies. You all need to take and pass CPR and first aid either through PE and Health 9 or on your own. You need to complete 2 elective courses from the same concentration or group. That's called a sequential elective. And you'll need an honors AP dual enrollment course or an industry certification. Here are the requirements for the 2 diploma types we have in Virginia. Every year when we meet with you to pick your classes, we keep these requirements in mind, and we hope that you do too. After all, you are ultimately responsible for meeting your graduation requirements. Your course choices dictate what diploma you will earn. What you take and how well you do in those classes will dictate your options for after high school. Now let's move on to your plan after high school. If you plan to enroll in college or a university in the fall, it's time to get started on your applications. If you plan to enlist in the military, it's time to speak with a recruiter and sign up for the ASVAB. And if you plan to seek employment, it's time to create your resume and assess your skills and qualifications. If enrolling in a college or a university is your plan after graduation, it's time to start the application process. First, you have to narrow down the list of schools you will apply to. If you need help doing that, go to College Board's Big Future. It's a great tool to help you find colleges and universities that will be a good fit for you. When you know where you want to apply, you can visit those schools' websites to see the application process they use, what their application requires, and the deadlines to submit. It's important that you focus on your applications for admissions first, then work on scholarships. That might be a tough sell to your parents and guardians, but trust us, admissions first, then work on scholarships. Most schools use the Common Application or Common App. You should create a Common App account for the schools you're applying to that do use that platform, or start any application for schools who don't use Common App. You'll need to create your Parchment account if you've not done that already. You'll need this account to order and send your transcript. You will all need a Parchment account, and you will need to know how to use it no matter what your post-graduation plans are. The Common App frequently asked questions and directions to create your Common App and Parchment accounts can be found on the school counseling website. You'll need an academic resume to give the teachers you'll ask to write a letter of recommendation for you. You'll also give that resume to your counselor when you ask if you can add them to your Common App account. If necessary, you should sign up to take or retake the SAT or the ACT. Many schools have moved to a test optional model, so this might not be necessary. You should check the application requirements for the schools where you are applying to see if they require an SAT or an ACT. Here you can see the criteria that are most used in the admissions decisions. The takeaway here is that colleges and universities are looking for good, hardworking students who are also good humans. Please keep in mind as you're applying for admissions, your counselor can offer advice, but he or she cannot predict or ensure that you will be accepted. We get a lot of questions about the Common App. If you access this slide deck at a later date or visit the school counseling website, you can view the Common App tutorials. If you're ever stumped on completing an application, you can always Google it. There is a whole YouTube series on completing the Common App. An important note about Common App, teachers and your counselor will upload their letters of recommendation directly to the Common App. Once you enter our contact information, we'll get an email inviting us to complete our portion of your application. So you want to make sure that you ask your teachers and ask your counselor before you submit their information, and you want to give them plenty of time to submit their information. When you put your counselor's information in, his or her name and information will be applied to all of your schools who are using Common App. The forms that the counselors and the letters that the counselors complete will be seen by every school. You're seeing a screenshot of the section of the Common App where you'll add your counselor as well as other recommenders. You'll do this under the Recommenders and FERPA tab. Financial aid can come in all shapes and sizes. It could be loans, grants, scholarships. All of the funding comes from many sources. One great way to tap into those sources is with our Access Advisor, Mrs. Phillips. Ms. Phillips is at Ocean Lakes on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and she can offer free advice about the college application process, provide fee waivers for the SAT or the ACT and for college application fees, and she can also help students and parents or guardians with submitting the free application for the federal student aid. In addition to Ms. Phillips and the Access Scholarship Foundation, here's a list of scholarship resources. They're out there, you just need to seek them out and do what it takes to apply. Another person who can help you with college planning, especially if your journey may include TCC, is Mr. Powers. He's our outreach advisor from TCC. He's at Ocean Lakes on Wednesdays starting October 4th. He can help with college planning and selection. He can assist you with career exploration. He can also help you develop a career plan, even if it doesn't include TCC. He can also help you with the completing the TCC application and answer questions about TCC admissions and enrollment process. If enlisting in the military is your plan, you should plan on taking the ASVAB on Wednesday, October 4th here at Ocean Lakes. The ASVAB is a test you would take that would measure your aptitude for certain jobs within the military. Certain branches of the military have a minimum ASVAB score requirement. So when you take it, you should take it seriously. If you would like to take the ASVAB when we have one at Ocean Lakes, please see Mr. Murray in the school counseling office as soon as possible. Sometimes we'll have recruiters come to our school. You're always welcome to speak with them and ask them questions. They're ready and eager to help. Their contact information can also be found on the school counseling website. If employment is the plan after high school, you want to make sure you have explored your options to see what careers match your skills and talents. Both Major Clarity and College Board's Big Future have great career search elements that allow you to do interest surveys as well as activities that someone in your chosen profession would do to give you a real sense of the career you're looking into. For those of you at the Tech Center, the ATC, you may want to use your connections with industry professionals to help you land a lucrative career right out of high school. 85% of jobs are filled through connections. What you know is as important as who you know when it comes to securing a position or a job. All of you will need access to your transcript at some point in your life. It is the only real proof that you graduated from high school. All Virginia Beach City public schools use Parchment.com to complete transcript orders. You should all make a Parchment account using the directions on our website. It's a free service while you're an active student, so you can order transcripts for free until July 2024. So this is what happens next. On the week of September 25th, you'll meet with your counselor individually. Your or government teacher will tell you what day and time you should report to your counselor's office. If you do not have English 12 or government this semester or as a year-long class, you should contact your counselor to set up an appointment. When you all meet with your counselor, you'll go over your graduation requirements, and your counselor will be able to answer any questions you put on the Google form you will complete momentarily. We encourage you to visit our school counseling website often. Lastly, please complete the senior information and intent form linked on this site, or you can scan the QR code. All seniors graduating in June 2024 or at the end of the first term must complete this form. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to meeting with you soon.